Tell you what, one thing we are very grateful for this morning is some help when it comes to making your Thanksgiving dinner. Is your wife?
This is the most important segment we'll do today.
Is your wife starting to prepare things in the kitchen?
Yes.
Well, in case you are and you're starting to freak out, don't worry, we have it under control. We're heading over to the Wood Harbor Kitchen with Lou and Greta from the Turkey Foundation.
That's right. Greta here from the Iowa Turkey Federation. I know you're looking at your kitchen now, you're looking at the turkey, and maybe it looks like this, and you're saying to yourself, what am I going to do, Greta? First thing, don't panic, right?
Exactly, do not panic. This is really a very basic process in order to roast a whole turkey. Right here we have a turkey, like you said, probably you're seeing this in your kitchen right now. This was a frozen turkey. I did thaw it a little bit in my sink and in warm or cool water. Obviously you don't need to put hot water in the sink because the turkey's frozen, so any water you put in there is warmer than the actual frozen turkey. But if you still have a turkey, it's still frozen or still partially frozen, I don't want you to freak out. I don't want you to worry about that.
Because that's okay.
It is definitely okay to have that turkey still a little bit frozen when we go into cooking it this morning. So you have the turkey here. Obviously, you're going to cut it out of its wrapper. Some people like to take simply like a little wooden spoon, maybe go underneath the skin of that turkey, put some butter underneath it. That's a great way of seasoning the turkey. Otherwise, just salt and pepper it. And really, all you need is some sort of rack like this to set that turkey on.
Why do you need a rack like this?
Well, we're going to set it on a rack like this because we want to cook the bottom of that bird and the top of the bird. And so your oven is going to be rotating air through it. And if you lift that bird up, it just helps to cook it a lot more evenly.
Got it.
So put it into either a pan that has deep sides on it and is open, or like this pan here that I have is just a standard good old turkey roaster. Put that lid on it. Some people like to just go ahead and use a cooking bag, and that's always a great option too, of just using a cooking bag on that turkey. I like to set the oven about a lot of people like to go about 475, a little hotter oven, kind of sears that skin, renders off a little bit of that fat.
Yeah, 475 is a little hotter
it's
than
a
you
little
think.
hot.
Yeah.
Yep, and then turn it out after about a half hour to 350.
Got it.
And then let it slowly roast. Then when it's in the oven, do not open the oven. Just let it shut. Because if you've opened the oven, what do you feel when you open that door? You feel this moist, hot air that hits your face. We would rather keep that in there so we can keep our turkey moist. If it's getting a little too brown as you're cooking it, put some tin foil just over the top of that turkey.
Tent?
Yep, tent that turkey. That'll keep it from browning any further if it's too brown for you. And then just watch for that pop-up timer to come up. And then I want to make sure you cook it to at least 165. Test that in that thigh portion, so you're going between that breast and that wing or that leg portion where it's really thick. Make sure it's at least 165.
Okay, now that's important too, because before, a long time ago, it was 180.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And 165 will make for a safe turkey for you. And if you're adventuresome and you like to try something different, boy, these turkey fryers have really come a long way.
This is really slick.
Isn't that awesome? This is a tabletop one that is done by Butterball, and it's so simple and so easy. It only really would take about 45 minutes to do this 15-pound turkey in there. It's going to take about 45 minutes to heat up the oil and then cook it as well, but another great option to do. But if you are deep fat frying a turkey today, make sure you have it completely thawed. Dry it well with paper towels before you put it in, so there's no moisture and it reduces that splatter and you don't have any accidents.
So this would be a time where if your turkey is still frozen, you don't want to use this.
No, you would not want to use that. Not at all.
But in the oven, it's fine.
In the oven, it's perfectly fine. I have cooked them from hard frozen, and you're going to add about 50% more cooking time to that turkey. So this 15-pound turkey is going to take about 2.5 hours. You're going to figure about 3.5 hours to cook that turkey. Again, just use your meat thermometer. Make sure you test it. The pop-up timer to me is always kind of a little bit of a warning. But again, think about if it's a 15-pound turkey, after about 2.5 hours, check it just to make sure, even if that pop-up timer hasn't come up, because I don't want you to dry out your turkey today.
Yeah, but what are your tips, like we just mentioned a little bit ago? Turn the oven up a little warmer than you normally would so you can brown the skin.
Yep, brown that skin, that kind of sears in those juices, then turn it back down. If you have questions and you're really looking for some hands-on materials, go to the iowaturkey.org website. We have some downloadable brochures on how to prepare and take care of your Thanksgiving meal. Great tips and ideas there on our Pinterest page as well as Facebook. So lots of ways today that you can access us and hopefully get those questions answered so you have a great Thanksgiving today.
So if you haven't even put it in the oven yet, don't worry. You have plenty of times to get it in the oven and have a perfect Thanksgiving meal.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Greta.
You're welcome.